Hi guys, this is Radhika here again. So, continuing on the love series, I had a few people who asked me for this, and it is basically on how to get over um, your feelings of sadness or uh, of all the heavy feelings you feel after you have been in a narcissistic relationship, and say the narcissist has broken off the relationship and they have moved on. In the narcissistic terminology which is found on the internet, this is called as the discard, but it's a very bad word because we don't discard human beings. We don't even discard animals actually, or basically discard is just a very negative connotation word. So maybe let's not say discard, but say your relationship with the narcissist has ended, and you feel like the person that you were in love with for so many years has no remorse at all, and they move on and they immediately find someone else to be with. And a lot of people find themselves in this situation, that they have put in a lot of work into a narcissistic relationship before they knew it was they are dealing with a narcissist. And something happens, and then this person decides to uh, make the boundary strong or just stand up for themselves, and the narcissist will suddenly leave and find someone else. And a lot of time it feels like the narcissist has been almost like grooming someone else so that they can suddenly leave when the need arises. So it feels like they have been doing kind of cheating behind the back while they were in this relationship, and which might be true, because the narcissist might have seen that this relationship is not serving its purpose anymore. It's not providing me with the narcissistic supply that I want from this relationship. So it might get boring for them, and it might, I mean, they don't think it's boring. They feel that it is not, it is not meeting a need that they have, and that need is for narcissistic supply. So maybe they want to be praised, or they want to be loved excessively, or they want to be like worshipped all the time. And maybe you are not doing that now, maybe you are not under their control anymore, and you are doing things that you want to do. And to the narcissist, then this, for them, this is like you don't love them because you're not doing the things that they want you to do. So in such a case, the narcissist will leave because the narcissist needs narcissistic supply, the malignant kind. They can't live without it. So if you have been that partner, it's a difficult situation because, I mean, difficult is obviously an understatement. It's a terrible situation to be in, but I don't want to make it more terrible by saying such words. But yeah, it's going to be difficult to forget, or maybe not forget, but make peace with everything that happened and move on. It's going to be difficult, but it's not impossible. It can be done, and it will take some time. Um, so yeah so you have to really kind of think or just analyze what it is that you are feeling. Are you feeling, there's a lot of emotions, right, that a person who has been through this will feel. They will feel, first of all, disappointed, sad, used. They will kind of they will just start questioning everything because they thought they were in love with this person, and they thought this person loved them, and the narcissist might be a really good actor, and they might have acted the part perfectly. So you feel like, what happened? There's a lot of confusion, like what happened suddenly, why did it end, and how is it that they are so quickly moving on? And because you cannot move on that quickly, it gives a like a double sense of despair, because you feel like here I am suffering and the other person has already moved on. They already have someone else in their life. And that's not a good thing. And I think we put a lot of pressure on moving on, and we feel that the person who moves on the quicker is the stronger person. That's not correct, because a lot of people, they might not have moved on, but they just pretend they have, who are not narcissists, and that's not good for their mental health, because you're holding in a lot of emotions which want to be released, and sometimes you have to give emotions a little bit of time to be released. So if you haven't moved on, and if you are owning that, if you know that you haven't moved on, and if you know that you're feeling bad, um, if you are a guy or a girl, doesn't matter, or whoever, doesn't matter. Basically, it is so amazing that you are acknowledging your feelings, because a lot of people don't even have the strength to acknowledge their feelings. They feel that I am only supposed to feel good feelings. If they feel a bad feeling, they feel like something bad is happening inside me, and they feel like they will be judged, and they will people will think they are weak, and they have so many issues with feelings which are not all positive. And that's so stupid, because this world is not a world of positivity, only positivity. This world is a world of duality. There's positivity and negativity. Both exist here. So if you just look at everything positively, and you only think positive, you only if you just want to convert everything into positivity, it's not going to happen, because this is a world, this universe is a dual natured universe. So if you feel bad, if you have some bad emotion, you don't have to feel bad about having that emotion. If you're feeling bad, that's fine, but don't double your suffering by feeling that why am I feeling this way. Just feel whatever you are feeling. If you feel angry, feel angry. If you feel used, feel used. If you feel stupid because you got fooled by a narcissist by their acting, feel stupid. It's okay to feel something, it's not, you don't always have to be like happy go lucky and always calm and composed and wise and everything. You can be other things, and that's fine, because that's how you will get to wisdom. So basically, just to be okay with whatever way you are feeling, and give yourself time to get over someone. And especially if that person was a narcissist, you need some extra time because um, because basically they are con artists, right? And it's a con artist who's really good at their job. They are like really talented con artists. So if you got conned by a con artist, it's nothing to feel bad about. We all have been there. And yeah, so basically give yourself some time, do self love. um, and some techniques that you can do is, so when you sit with your feelings, you will realize that maybe a part of you is actually missing them. Okay, and no matter how they were, but we humans are like that. Even if we are, with a really bad person for a long time, if they leave, we miss that bad person because um, yeah, we just are like that. It's like, the law of motion, that unless we are acted upon by an external force, we continue to remain in the same motion that we have been in. So yeah, if you loved someone who was bad, even after they have left in a bad way that hurt you in a bad way, a part of you might still, be used to loving them. And that's okay, because that's just the way humans are. But if you see that as the thing that is happening with you, that a part of you still loves them, then what you can do is, I would really urge you guys to watch the Swadhisthana Chakra video that I did. And you can also watch the original video, which is by a channel called Meditation Steps, and it has a Russian sadhu on it, who is explaining it, and he explains it in a lot more depth than what I do in the video. And so see that video, and you will realize that is where the narcissist that you have dealt with was operating from. All the energies that he or she had were manifesting from that chakra. And that chakra is of a very, very, very crude existence. It's the existence of reptiles. Like, if you actually are interested in like aliens and stuff, there's this type of aliens who are called the greys or the reptilians, who are of that vibration. They are of a very, very, very low vibration. So you will realize that you were with someone whose energies were actually coming from that low level of vibration, and that's why you feel used with them, because reptiles have this tendency. They don't attach with the world. And what they do is they simply use the world. That's their survival mechanism. That's how they survive. So they simply use the world as per their need. And if some object in the world is not according to their is not fulfilling their need, they don't have any attachment to that object. They can just throw it away. And that's what you might have felt with the narcissist, because a lot of their energy is manifesting itself from the from the Swadhisthana chakra. So basically, yeah. So if you watch that video, you will get a very in-depth understanding of how the narcissist was behaving. So to actually get over this is a very funny and stupid technique. Not stupid, it might sound stupid, but it is helpful. So what you can do is, every time you feel a particular way and you remember them, or you remember a situation in your mind, what you can do is you can tell your mind, every time I say that person's name, the next thing I'm going to say is crocodile. Because crocodile is a reptile, and you cannot train a crocodile. It's very hard. It's very, very, very difficult. And they can just snap your whole arm, and they don't have any attachment to you. You might have fed them for 20 years. I don't know if a crocodile lives 20 years, but you might have fed them for like 6 or 7 years, and they can still harm you, eat you, anything. They don't care. They are just all about survival, their own survival. um, they don't even care about their own children. Actually, they can, if they are super hungry, they'll eat their own children. So yeah, that's their attitude. So every time you say their name, the next thing you want to say is crocodile, and or snake, any reptile. Um, and then if you have these daydreams or recollection of some bad situation that you were in, this is very funny, but just imagine, if you're imagining that situation, in that situation, replace them with a crocodile or replace them with a snake in your mind. And just do that almost whenever you think of them, or whenever you think of their name. And slowly your subconscious will take the message that you are not actually dealing with a human being whose energies were like who had balanced energies. You were dealing with almost like a reptile energy in human form. And that's why you feel this way. And this is not how all human beings in this world are. There are good human beings. There are also human beings whose energy manifests from the lower chakras. So basically, yeah, so we cannot expect reptiles to behave like human beings. So little by little, you will get the understanding that yeah, they were like reptiles actually. And maybe I should not have expected this from them, because they just can't give it, or they have to work very hard at themselves to give what I asked them for, or what is expected in a human society of them. Um, then the next point I want to say is, if you feel angry, um, you might be angry at them. Of course, you must be angry at them, but also a part of you will be angry at yourself. And so in that case, you have to forgive yourself because you did not know about all of this, and you have to let it go, kind of, just forgive yourself for falling prey to such a person, because they are really good con artists, so anyone can fall prey to them. And a lot of people have, actually, and a lot of people will in the future. So yeah, you have to find a way to forgive yourself. And then the last point is, you might just be a very loving person, and so now that this person has left you, you are left with all this love and all the dreams that you had with that person, and now you don't know what to do with it, what to do with all those dreams. So um, I know that we have a lot of expectations of the future and of the present, or mostly of the future, but that's just a lesson we have to learn in life, that a lot of our expectations are not going to get fulfilled. But that does not mean you stop having those expectations. It just means you have those expectations, but now you have the understanding that sometimes they might not be fulfilled. And also that this has happened, it doesn't mean that they will never be fulfilled. They can be fulfilled. You just need someone else to fulfill it with, or you can fulfill those expectations yourself. Why do you always need to have someone to do some things with? It's not necessary. We can do anything we want, that we really want to do. And it doesn't always have to be dependent on another person, because that dependency itself makes it adds a variable in your equation. And if you want a variable, you also have to be okay with any value that is given to that variable, which might also be null. Null means none, there will be no one there. So if you have that variable, sometimes the variable will be null, and sometimes the variable will have some values. Sorry, I'm like talking so much in computer terms, but or mathematical terms, but yeah. So that's how it is. So even if you have a variable, you are there, you are the constant in your equation. So you have to, be with yourself, and slowly you will just move on with time, because it does take time. And I'm really sorry if for all the people who have to go through this, because I can imagine that it's a very difficult situation. But all I would say is that the love that's in your heart, don't let your heart shrink because of this bad thing that happened, because the world is not bad. It's just some people who, even they are not bad, they just don't know how to use their energies. They themselves are confused. So because you are the wiser one, you have to understand that. And it's sad, because wise people always have to do the most understanding in every situation, and it can get very, very tiring and hard to always keep doing that. But so yeah, you can give yourself a break and enjoy life for a little bit, not always be so wise. You can do like unwise things once in a while. But yeah, ultimately, if you have that kind of a inner morality and inner compass, you will always go towards wisdom. So yeah, so just give it some time. And I hope this video helped you. If you have any other points that can help anyone get over narcissistic relationships, please do write in the comments below, because a lot of people apparently are going through this. And yeah, so I hope this video helped you in some way. I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thanks. Bye.